Why wouldn't you recreate Cinderella but with penguins? I have to say, I was quite curious about this concept and I thought it would be quite fun. It definitely is very fun. The Tender Tale of Cinderella Penguin is a 1981 animation, and I have to say, the animation quality looks much more recent than 1981. I was very impressed with the visual quality, and it's basically Cinderella but with penguins, so I won't go into too much detail about the narrative. I'm going to assume that you're aware of the story of Cinderella and her stepsisters who want to go to the ball and meet the prince. And we have the pumpkin for the carriage, and a lot of classic hallmarks of Cinderella that make this very recognizable. There is no dialogue in this, which for me meant that I wasn't. It didn't hold my attention as much as it could have done. I like dialogue. I know some people can watch silent films or, well, not silent films, because silent films do technically often still have dialogue, but films that are driven by the music and the animation. But I kind of often need dialogue, and the reason that that's definitely the case here is because the music was actually not good. There were a couple of bits in it where the music sounded quite nice, but a lot of it was very jarring and very painful to listen to, and it just sounded really unpleasant. And I don't know if that's what they were going for, if that's what they were trying to achieve, but quite a lot, certainly in the first half of the film. I guess maybe they were trying to create a negative atmosphere when we have Cinderella in this negative environment, but it didn't sound like negative music. It just sounded really painful. So for me, the music wasn't that delightful to listen to for the most part, which meant that it didn't really carry me through, and I was really hoping for some dialogue. But also, if the penguin started speaking, it might have been a bit weird. So I don't know. I didn't love it. I think as a one-off watch, it was quite fun. And the animation style, as I said, is very beautiful. And so visually, it was very pleasing to watch with a lot of very bright, vibrant, bold, solid colours that worked very well together. If you're a fan of the story of Cinderella, or if you're just, even if you're sick of the story of Cinderella, which I kind of am because I have seen so many versions on TV, in film, on stage, it's easily the fairy story that I've seen the most. This is still unique, and this is definitely the most unique version I've ever seen. So I'd say still give it a watch, even if you're fed up with the story. I definitely think that there are things that I would have done differently, i.e., I would have had nicer music and maybe considered dialogue. But again, as I said, penguins talking might have been a bit weird. But ultimately, I thought it was pretty interesting. It's apparently adapted from the director's children's book Cinderella Penguins, directed by Janet Perlman. So certainly the book would be a very nice way to experience those illustrations. I might check out the book on Amazon, just see what it looks like. But certainly, although it's not perfect, I'd say the tender tale of Cinderella Penguin is worth watching.